Alright guys, another episode of Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm gonna see about going to Val Royale now, which I haven't done at all.
Those who oppose thee shall know the wrath.
I trust you've heard what befell Roderick at Haven. Do you know where this noble wants to meet us?
I know. The Comte has invited us to his mansion, not far from here. I pray he clears up the deaths of my messengers, as promised.
Lead the way.
Welcome, my friend.
Thank you for seeing us, Comte.
The honor is mine. Please, sit. It's an honor to assist two such distinguished guests.
We appreciate your help, Comte.
The death of Lady Montiel's servants must weigh heavy. Have you heard of the House of Rediscovering?
The Assassin's League?
My contacts obtained a copy of a document in the archives. Contract for a night.
The House of Repose is hereby sworn to eliminate anyone attempting to overturn the Montiliers' trading exile in Orlais.
Overly complicated assassination plots are part of Orlesian politics, I take it.
They're all too common, I'm afraid.
The contract was signed by a noble family. The Dueling.
But the Duparakets died out as a noble line over 60 years ago.
Indeed. But the contract was signed 190.
How can a family try to kill you after they died out?
The Duparakets were our rivals. They drove the Montiliers from Val Royale. This contract was drawn up over 100 years ago, but it wasn't invoked until I tried to overturn my family's exile.
Unpleasant though it may be, the House of Repose is merely fulfilling its contractual duty.
If the people who wanted your family dead are gone, why are the assassins still after you?
A contract is a contract, Inquisitor. Orlesian businesses live and die by their reputations. The entire guild's welfare would be endangered if an agreement was tossed aside on a whim of time or fate.
She's quite right. The House of Repose is doing what it feels necessary. By its standards.
I'll do what I can to stop these attacks, Josephine.
Thank you, Inquisitor. I think I may know how. The Dubaracets still have descendants under the common branch. If we elevate them to nobility, a Dubaracet could annul the contract on my life.
That will take time, Lady Monty. Time during which the House of Repose will be obliged to run.
Will they now? You are exceedingly well informed. You're not to have said you've heard rumors, that's all.
A bit of subterfuge. This contract on your life is an ugly business. One the House of Repose deeply regrets. But this is Orlais. Even an assassin's word is his bond.
Does Comte Poivert actually exist?
Absolutely. The Comte's offer to reveal the killers of Lady Montilet's messengers was genuine. So was his information. An end to be tied up later.
I'm guessing the actual Comte Poivert met with a fatal accident.
Comte Boisvert slumbers in a nearby closet. Nothing more. The contract on Lady Montilet's life is so unusual. We felt the courtesy of an explanation was in order.
It is appreciated, monsieur.
Your idea to seek out the Paraquet to revoke our order is an interesting one. I wish you luck. I did not come to shed blood today, only to speak. Might I pass?
Not on your life.
As you wish.
Last time I agreed to wait on the other side of a door when you're around. You two all right?
Yes, thank you, Lord Vallis. I think it's time we return to Skyhold. I have much to discuss with the Inquisitor there.
Do you hear something?
Oh, goodness. Comte Poivert, is that you? The lock's been broken off. We'll find a saw. I realize the cabinet is quite valuable, Comte, but surely... A locksmith, then? As you wish.
Well, shit.
I'm so sorry, Inquisitor. I never thought my family's trading status would trap us in an assassin's plot.
You couldn't have known it would lead to this House of Repose coming after you.
It still shouldn't have slipped past me. I've tracked down the last two Paraquets. If they become gentry, they can annul the contract on my life. It will require a noble from Val Royaux to sponsor them, a judge to provide documents, a minister to ratify them. It's so like you to take the longest course of action, even when your life is at stake. I assume you already know everything about this mess. There is a faster way, Josephine. The original contract on your life is in the vaults of the House of Repose. If my agents infiltrate it and destroy the original, The assassin will have no obligation to chase you. Liliana, please. I want no more bloodshed over a personal affair. Don't be so stubborn, Josie. How long will it take you to gather these favors in Val Rayo?
If destroying the original contract will satisfy the guild, I say we do it.
But I'm sure my plan will work, Inquisitor. Whatever happens, I'll assign you more guards. The House of Repose won't be idle long. I appreciate it, but I still believe elevating the two parakeets will solve this. First, we need to perform some favors in Barwayo. I'd be happy to discuss where we could begin. Any news on the House of Repose?
You said I'd have to do some favors in Val Royeaux if we want to make the two parakeets lords.
The Countess Dion is our first step. Her lover, a mage from the White Spire, is missing. Bring her news of him and she'll be very amenable to sponsoring the two parakeets as lords. Have you heard anything? Not yet. I'll let you know as soon as I do. Let's see what we have.
Hey.
They'll appoint a new divine soon. One will make you stand up.
Must be something here. Let's look around.
Disastrous what it is, and you know it.
Better than the Dions we hear.
Control yourself, Frederick. Yes, thank you.
Andraste, how much did you expend on this command? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
I don't know who you are.
Don't play games, Inquisitor. Corypheus will break you again and again. He cannot be denied.
Just say what?
What is that?
Ugh.
Squishy one, but you heard me, right? Just say what? Rich tits always try for more than they deserve.
Blah, blah, blah. Obey me. Arrow in my face. So, you followed the notes well enough. Glad to see you're kind of plain, really. All that talk and then you're just a person. I mean, it's all good, isn't it? The important thing is you glow. You're the herald thing.
They say I'm the Herald of Andraste. But who are you? And what's this about?
No idea. I don't know this idiot from Manners. My people just said the Inquisition should look at him.
Your people? Elves?
No. People. Name's Sera. This is cover. Get grounded. For the reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed. They've got no breaches. Cheeky, yeah?
Nope.
Because no breaches. Friends really came through with that tip. No breaches. So, Lord Inquisitor, you're weird. I'd like to join.
How about we get to know each other first? You know, names and such.
One name. No, wait, two. Well, it's like this. I sent you a note to look for hidden stuff by my friends. The Friends of Red Jenny. That's me. Well, I'm one. So is a fence in Montfort, some woman in Kirkwall. There were 3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something. It's just a name, yeah? It lets little people, friends, be part of something while they stick it to nobles they hate. So here, in your face, I'm Sera. The Friends of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I use them to help you. Plus Aaron.
The Inquisition has spies already. Can you add to these professionals?
Here's how it is. You important people are up here, shoving your cods around. Blah, blah, I'll crush you, I'll crush you. Ooh, crush you. Then you've got cloaks and spy kings, like this tit. Or was he one of the little knives, all serious with his little knife? All those secrets, and what gave him up? Some houseboy who don't know shite, but knows a bad person when he sees one. So no, I'm not knifey shiv dark, all hidden. But if you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches. Like those guards, I stole their... Look, do you need people or not? I want to get everything back to normal. Like you.
All right, Sarah. I can use you and your friends.
Yes! Getting good before you're too big to like. That'll keep your breeches where they should be. Plus extra breeches because I have all these... You have merchants who buy that piss, yeah? Got to be worth something. Anyway, Skyhold. See you there, Inquisitor. This will be grand. Well, about time you came around to talk, innit? Sign me up, then not so much as a welcome. Little busy, I hope, making sure this new place can keep out a pissing archdemon. And the thing controlling it, that we're hunting. Droste, what does that mean?
I've apparently been through a lot. Yes, corypheus was a surprise.
No, a surprise would be, oh, I stepped in dog shite. No one says, oh, a Magister God monster, I'm surprised. Impossible things aren't surprises.
The ancient thing trying to kill us seems pretty real.
Don't get me started. Oh, wait, too late, right? A Magister who cracked the Black City. It's a hazy dream, right? I mean, if it's real, then the seat of the Maker? Real thing. A seat needs a book, so the Maker? Real thing. Fairy stories about the start and end of the world? Real things. It's too far, isn't it? I just want to plug the Skyhold rubbish so I can go play.
Keep calling it nonsense. That perspective will keep the Inquisition grounded.
Oh, I can do that. Sure could use a few more people shouting no. We fight, the bad things go away, everyone calms down, and everything goes back to normal. A nice, well-paid normal.
I'm hoping you'll stick around. You never know what might interest you.
Or how little, Lord Inquisitor. But don't worry, I'll stay for the food. Demon armies and wardens, and Barrett has exactly who we need. Big talk just
What do you think about the people who have gathered?
Which, the ones who do things, the ones who give orders?
What about Solus?
Solus. His head's cramped up 1,000 years ago.
Anything to say about Varric?
Barrett? Too clever. Always saying something, but never saying it straight.
Thoughts about Cassandra?
Not as buttoned up as she claims, right? Tough, though. I'd stand behind her in front of anything.
What do you think about our spy master, ambassador, and commander?
Liliana is pretty in places. Where I've seen her, too. Or heard she used to play. But that, nah. Now, Josephine, she's as good at humbling her kind as I am. Just with less mess. Knows her business. Hat to hat. And colour. I suppose if you want a jackboot, you get a big one so you can grow into it. Nice.
What about Dorian?
It's fun. Could lose a bit more to Linda.
What about Cole?
I'm not saying nothing about that. That thing is just wrong.
What's an iron bull?
Makes me wonder about things. And what the women look like.
Any thoughts about Warden Blackwall?
He's too good, right? I'd like to see him out of that uniform. Not like that.
We'll talk later.
Good, right? I'll be here. Uh-huh.
Tell me about yourself.
What about?
Your skill. Who taught you how to use a bow?
No one.
That seems unlikely.
What? I picked it up here and there. Mostly it just makes sense. It's not like that for you.
Usually it takes considerable discipline. Hence my question.
Look, I work at it. Practice a little. Not like Cullen and his pets. I mean, you miss, then you don't. Is it that hard to see when it's wrong?
Is it an elf thing?
Most I know couldn't find an arrow sitting on it. Right. Maybe I just make it look easy and shite comfy. Fact still is, no teacher. Where would I find one in Alleyway?
How about the basics? Where are you from? I got that from the accent. Where in Throne?
All over? find Denerim for a bit, south, north, wherever I want.
There are no connections you want to mention at all?
Nope.
How very Cunario.
What?
Never mind.
Good, right?
You're not like most of the elves I've met.
Thanks, right? Or was that an insult? There's a cookie there for mine. Like that's soulless, right? Never be as good as we were. Well, who's we? I'm just fine.
There's a lot of tradition there. Can it just be thrown away?
Your great-grandfather's dead. Why aren't you dead? You're throwing away tradition.
That makes sense to you.
None of it does to me. That's why I'm not like an elf,
We'll talk later.
if you say so. Well, you're here.
So you like to have fun. Inquisition seems an odd fit. Why are you really here?
What do you mean? To help people.
It's starting to sound like you're looking for something more.
It is. Mostly. Okay, fine. There's talk and I want to see.
See what?
I don't know. I've got all this chantry stuff in my head. It makes sense, right? But it's fuzzy. I want to see if it's all really real. I just don't know if I want to really know. So I'm selfish. It's all for me. Count yourself lucky, I guess.
You apparently have a lot of friends. Tell me about your network.
That's not nice, right? I mean, it is. But it's also everyone. Everyone who wants to shove it to nobles who hide behind gold and silk. And hats, I guess.
Were you just about pranks and revenge? Is there more to it?
Well, it's a wheel, right? I grease the ballroom, so a wyvern chasing Git has to clean the spring. Strangely, handmaids leave his vault open. His heirlooms pay off someone else. Maybe clean streets in Kirkwall, so someone gets something else. Pish, pish, pish. A lot of people eventually get help or a laugh. Or maybe someone dead. They deserve it.
I'm glad I met you before someone decided what I deserved.
You're no hateful laugh so far. I'd just get you with a pie or something. Anyway, assassin's a bard's job, innit? No fun, that. They might plonk a noble, right? But only to raise another. Plus, I'm shy and silly.
Is Red Jenny real? Or was she always just you and your friends?
No,
Don't you care?
not if it works. I mean, red is scary because blood. And Jenny is... Look, nobody fears the bunch of people who do random stuff. And besides, it's easy. Nobles want a bogeyman because they need to believe normal people can't get to them. Numbers, right? It don't have to be so complicated.
Suppose you take turns leading or something like that.
There's nothing to lead. Put a few favors in, take a few out. Stop and you cut yourself out. Other than that, we stay out of each other's way. Probably best. Some are right.
Where are the people you promised?
If I knew, there won't be much use. That's sort of the point. Look, unless your baddies are rocks or trees, they have people they use. Cooks, squires, wipers. Yeah, I know, wipers, right? You better believe the one wipers deserve it. Right in the... Well, anyway. The little people will be there when you need them. In a million little ways.
So lots of little contributions add up in the background, like snowflakes that snap a branch.
What? Sure. Like snow, I guess. Anyway, it just works. Most of the time. Friend of a friend and little hints. Mind you, you still have to be smart. So don't bet your life unless you're into that. To be clear, I'm not into that.
I can play along if it works for you.
You have a choice. Hail the Inquisition.
We'll talk another time.
It's all good, isn't it? Something you want?
What do you think about the people who have gathered?
Again with the people. Right, which ones?
We'll talk later.
Good, right? I'll be here. Uh-huh.
Are things playing out the way you expected?
Sandra laid it out, right? You're the big hat now. You can
to make everything the way it should be. Rain's nice, I suppose. Corypheus bit. Shite.
Corypheus.
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 Sack Slash. I know his name. Doesn't deserve the respect of me saying it, does he?
I'll be back if I need you.
Go on.
Okay. Whoops.
Inquisitor? A pleasure.
What do the people make of us?
We've gathered many favors among them. They will be gently reminded.
Let's speak later.
Farewell. Inquisitor? Inquisitor. I've arranged an accord between the Marquis and the Dowager. Wonder of wonders. Perhaps they can be useful to us after all.
Josephine is not gonna be happy.
I must return to Valrayo to see that everything is in order. Please join me when you can.
I read Liliana's report. Her people infiltrated the League of Assassins targeting you. The contract on your life has been destroyed. You should be safe now.
And thus we outwit the House of Repose.
Should we have waited waited for an assassin to sneak through instead.
I've no doubt that the guild was staffed by vicious men and women, Inquisitor. It's simply... Did I ever mention I used to be a bard?
You were a singer.
Bards entertain the Orlesian gods. They sing, play music, make charming conversation, and spy. Many young nobles put on a mask and practice playing the game in such a fashion.
What made you interested in becoming a bard?
I was attending a university in Valroyo when I learned about bards. There was such an air of romance about them. Stories of secrets, trysts, and fascinating people. A group of us, young gentry from Antigua, decided this exciting life was for us.
How did you go from being a wandering singer to an ambassador?
In a very sad fashion. During one particular intrigue, I encountered the bard sent to kill my patron. We fought. Or perhaps scrapped is the better word. Both of us terrified. We were at the top of a steep flight of stairs. The other bard threw a knife, and I pushed him away from me. You can imagine the result.
You were only defending yourself.
But it was such a waste, Inquisitor. When I took off his mask, I knew him. We'd attended parties together. If I'd stopped to reason, if I'd used my voice instead of scuffling like a common thug, I'd always wonder who that young man would have grown into.
He seemed willing enough to murder you for the game.
Perhaps. I feel I'm the last to judge whether or not he would have actually. A Nordic emotion. Forgive me. I don't believe I ever thanked you for helping me with this.
I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Such a gracious woman deserves nothing less.
Such talk. I'm quite overcome.
Should I stop?
I mean, yes. I meant... No, I don't... Well, if you meant to draw a blush to my cheeks, you've completely succeeded. Let's return to Skyhold before anyone notices. Liliana wished to speak with you, Inquisitor. It seemed rather urgent. It's good to see you.
Let's speak later.
Farewell.
Since we were told Liliana wants to speak us, that's where we're going.
Inquisitor, may I have a word? I notice you've paid Lady Montelier quite a number of compliments.
Yes, I enjoy her company very much.
An entanglement with our ambassador seems most unwise. I asked Josephine to join the Inquisition because we needed a diplomat, not so she could be toyed with.
I enjoy being with Josephine. I'm not trying to break her heart.
Then I would be more cautious. Josephine's no stranger to courtly intrigue.
against the idea of me being attracted to Josephine.
I have not known you long, Inquisitor. Neither has Josephine. Her heart is easily carried away. I want to be sure it's taken by someone who truly cares. So, if you feel anything towards Josephine, I want to know.
Yes, I'm very attracted to Josephine.
Is that so? Whatever is between you, I ask that you treat her with kindness. For her sake, as well as yours.
Whatever happens, I'm glad to see Josephine has a concerned friend here.
I have so few true friends these days. Those that are left I deeply cherish. I will not trouble you any further, but I do watch over my friends. Good day, your worship. At your service, my lord.
I'll leave you to your work. Well, Liliana just gave me quite the speech.
What about?
About us.
Oh, she is impossible. Might we discuss this somewhat in private? Leliana said I was an innocent in love.
More or less.
Of all the... I'm quite capable of understanding our association. I've never thought your intentions were overly romantic, Inquisitor. I assure you.
Perhaps I should have composed a ballad then. Or sent roses.
What? You mean you do? We've only just... I didn't wish to presume you harbor any tender feelings for me.
I won't deny a certain captivation, Josephine.
But we haven't even known each other a few short months. How can you declare this liking for me after such a brief time together?
I've never met anyone whose presence affects me like you do. Perhaps it just means I'm a hopeless romantic, but there you have it.
I would not object to a closer relationship between us, my lord. If that sounds agreeable to you.
I'm actually quite glad Liliana prompted this talk.
I suppose she was right after all. Please don't tell her I said that.
I wouldn't dream.
How are you, my lord?
Always better for the sight of you, Lady Montelier.
Oh my, you flatter me much too much.
How far do your roots go back to Orlais?
Very far. The Monteliers used to have vast holdings in land where I was especially the ones bearing the family crest. The original crest design was abandoned when we were exiled from the city. I've always wanted to find a copy.
Does our being together set me tongues wagging?
Undoubtedly. A rumor already gave you a dozen suitors the moment you took your title.
Who are these rumors pairing me with?
I can only speak to what was whispered in several forums.
Josephine.
To begin with, Cassandra, Leliana, Galen, Dorian, Father Giselle, Enchanter Fiona, Chancellor Roderick, 3 hours, 2 counts, and some man. Honestly, I don't think he even exists.
Why was Leliana so set against us being together, Josephine?
Think nothing of it. She'd disapprove of anyone I chose to keep serious company with. Back in Barnoyo, Eliana was practically my older sister.
So you two never had a romantic history together?
Romantic. You did hear me say Leliana was like a sister to me. She's a most dear friend, and nothing more.
I came to see if I could steal you away for a few minutes for myself.
My goodness. Quickly then, before anyone needs something from us.
Fertile ground, even here. This hold has everything.
The more try to find a break, and that becomes
Have you had any trouble with them?
not at all. I will inform you if that changes. Let's see what we have. Let us begin.
So I'm gonna save end here. Since I might not play for a little bit, I might just like keep going in the War Council without recording, just so that yeah, I can pass the time on these things. Alright guys, have a good one. Peace.